Hey guys, Doug the Michigan Piper coming to you from the Pipe Press today, and today I am having my inaugural smoke in the Nording, and I got the pipe show for those of you who didn't see my last video, and just a beautiful pipe. I do really like the way that it sits in the hand. I'm not, I like these every once in a while, these longer, not quite church warden stems. Like I said, I'm a clencher, so this won't be a regular rotation smoke, but I do like it. In it, I'm smoking some Black Cavendish, Amphora Black Cavendish. This is interesting. This is the first time I ever had it, so it's a lot more basic than I thought it would be, that's not a dig. Coffee in my LeConte Lodge mug. So, no, it's a lot more basic than I thought it would be. The Amphora Black Cavendish, which is not a bad thing. Sometimes I think guys, they expect one thing, so then when they don't get that, they're like, "Oh, this is horrible." And it's not necessarily horrible; it's just in a different bracket. That's how I would describe this, I think. I will tell you, it seems odd, but this really, to me, has some reminiscent of, it is reminiscent of Carter Hall. It's a little smoother than Carter Hall, but it's got that same one-dimensional type of flavor, or taste, I should say, not flavor. It's not too bad though. I mean, a lot of stuff I don't like, I give it away or whatever. I don't think I'll give this one away. I think I'll put it in a jar. I did have Amphora Kentucky the other day, and I'm going to have to revisit that one. I couldn't put my finger on that one. That one was hard. Every once in a while, guys, I get a blend that's like, I can't figure out if I like it or not. And I can't figure out if it's the mood or what it is. So the Amphora Kentucky, I can tell, was a very hearty blend, but I couldn't tell if it's something I would grab for. So I went ahead and jarred it up. I have a feeling it's going to be something I'm going to enjoy. If I enjoy it, well, I'll enjoy more in the wintertime than anything else, more like an English. But this is not bad. I've got a few of them I got to barrel through of the Amphoras, but I actually wasn't even going to do a video today, but I thought, one, I haven't done a video in a while, and two, I had a couple of things. I went over to my dad's this weekend with the whole family for breakfast, and we actually really had a good time. But I was getting ready to leave. He says, "Come here, I got a few things for you." And two of those things are my new additions to the pipe rest. The first one, although it's not old, it looks old. And that's one of these old style radios. Belonged my dad and my mom, my stepmom before she passed. And was looking forward to that one, just because it's going to go down here, and of course it always means more when it belongs to somebody especially family. And so we talked a little bit. I had a clock. They had given me my grandfather. I think I might have mentioned before. My grandfather had a clock shop, and so especially mechanical clocks always mean a lot to me, and I have several of them. But I realized I was getting kind of up there on the clocks, and he had a few that he was downsizing and getting rid of, and each of my sisters got one. I kind of backed off a little bit because I had gotten plenty, and I I actually got, even if I didn't have plenty of clocks, I got a grandfather clock. It's just absolutely beautiful, that belonged to my grandfather. He passed down to my dad, and my dad passed down to me. So, but anyway, so he gave me, he had one extra one that needed some fixing, so I got that. But then the last thing he gave me, which you would think is not that big of a deal, but it's a stool. Kind of close to the camera here. But this stool is a special stool, because this stool is the pee stool. What in the world is a pee stool, you might ask? Well, this is the stool, and maybe it sounds gross, I don't care. This is a stool that my grandfather, when he was a little boy, stood on when he was potty training. This was the stool that my father stood on when he was potty training. And this is the stool that I stood on when I was potty training. And if I knew it was around when my son was potty training, I'd have had him on it too. So just, you know, it's something real basic, guys, but to know that this has been around for so long. I mean, the one end table I have here is a table that my grandfather made. So this will be cherished in the pipe rest. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put on it, or if anything, or just set it in a corner. But very cool. Maybe one day my grandchild will, you know, learn to pee off this bad boy. So it's a pee stool. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool, guys. You know, you may think it's gross, and why should I be touching it with my hands when I'm smoking a pipe? But it is what it is. You know, we all made it through childhood without, you know, having to worry too much about not touching the pee stool. So very cool to have that in the pipe rest. And you know, I've gotten to the point now where, you know, when I first moved in, I was trying to find everything I could to decorate the pipe rest, and now it's, you know, I'm getting to the point where I'm almost wondering if I should start pulling stuff down, because I'm getting stuff like this that means so much more than just a wall hanging. The radio, you know, the first thing I thought of was up there on the mantle of the fireplace where I put the pipe rack, but I really like the pipe rack up there, and then I've tried to put it up there, and it's too tall for that anyway. I really don't have a shelf for it, so I have to get another little end table to put the radio on, but that'll be neat to have. So pretty excited about that, guys. Guys, I will say that this Cavendish, Black Cavendish, it's not bad. I don't mind it at all. It's a good basic smoke. I would put this right up there with Carter Hall as far as, you know, if I didn't want anything too in depth and just straightforward. It's not nearly to the level of other Black Cavendish blends I've had, but if you know what you're expecting, I think this is good. This is really good. Especially, there's a certain appeal that this has, and I could be, I mean, like I said, this is a first go around with it, so I could be all wet on this, but there's a certain appeal it has that almost reminds me of when I smoked cigarettes, but the part I liked about smoking cigarettes, not the harshness, not the burnt. You know, a lot of the guys like that smoky, and I don't like that smoky. Not that part of the cigarette, but the part of the cigarette that you know, to an untrained taste bud, you know, was good. That's kind of what it reminds me of. So pretty smooth. It's interesting. I think this Nording I almost have to puff on more. So I'll have to play with it. But guys, I'm gonna stop babbling. Just wanted to touch base with you. I haven't been on in a while and show you the new additions to the pipe rest, and hope you all are doing well. So make sure you keep the pipe fodder coming. I know that a lot of guys, well, myself included, last weekend I don't think was a weekend, just because we had so much work to do. So I know a lot of guys are getting busy, but don't be afraid to get on and say hi. So guys, I hope you're all doing well. Until next time, you take care.